Hey everyone, so we're going to go ahead and do a pick a card reading. We're just going to take a look at as a connection, just kind of see, what's kind of going on in your connection at this current time. All right. If you're not subscribed to my channel, do press the subscribe button. Hit a like if you do enjoy the reading. So I am going to go ahead and pull the cards on camera. I'm going to do them just really quick. That way, you can kind of see that I'm not exactly picking the cards myself. But let's see, we'll do three piles here. And like I said, we'll just kind of take a look and see, what's going on with your connection currently? What's going on with your connection currently? What are maybe some hindrances or some positive things? And whatever shows up is what shows up. So let's just pull a few cards here. Let's see. So we're gonna go ahead and, like I said, we're gonna do 3 piles. And then we'll choose a crystal for them at the end. So let's put that to the side. We'll pull some tarot here. We'll do 3 cards for tarot. So what's going on, Spirit, with everybody's connection? What is currently going on with everybody's connection currently? Okay, we'll take this card. And then we'll just pull one last one for from this deck here. I'm going to try to do these really fast. Okay. All right. So I'm going to move some of this to the side here. All right. So we have 3 piles here. So we'll have an amethyst. We'll have clear quartz crystal. And then let's see. What else do I have here? Here we go. We have a rose quartz. All right, so we'll do pile number 1. We'll do this one first. So it'll be the amethyst. Second will be the clear quartz. And then third, we'll have the rose quartz. All right, so if anybody's willing to do the timestamps, I would surely appreciate it. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at amethyst. All right. Okay, so the first card that we have is the Fool, all right, and it says, have the courage to embrace change, take risks, and be adventurous, okay? So the Fool card. Then we have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 10 of Wands. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Then we have clinging, not letting go, and attachment. So we do have some clinging energy. We do have some introspection, and we do have discouraged. And then we have the card that says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Okay, so let's go ahead and start here. So the first card that we did have is the Fool. Obviously that says have the courage to embrace change. Okay, take some risks and be adventurous. Okay, so number 1, having courage and taking risks. I do feel like there are some things that about either you or your counterpart that you are going to have to try to embrace and change. And I do feel like some of that has to do with this energy here, which is clinging. All right, so clinging. There's some things that are really needing to be let go of. There's something that you're clinging onto that's not really allowing you to take the risk that you probably should be, taking, right? I feel like we do have discouraged here. It could be a feeling of, so when we talk about clinging, it doesn't necessarily have to mean that you're a clinger in the relationship. It just means you are holding on to something that you need to be letting go of. It's an attachment, right? And I feel like this attachment that you need to let go of is, number 1, you get discouraged very easily, or they get discouraged very easily. And that's something that, definitely has to change. Embrace the change of letting go of always feeling discouraged. Introspection, that's looking deep within, going deep within and understanding that you do have this issue, and you want to look deep on how it is that you can embrace changing that. All right, so I do feel like this is a burden. Okay, this is a burden in the connection, and because it's a burden, it is causing, it is causing some stalemates. Okay, but what I feel like is if you do embrace changing these things and you allow yourself to open up your heart, look deep. So this card does say looking deep within. This is introspection. This is the same thing. It's looking deep within yourself, realizing what needs to be changed, letting these burdens go, working at letting these things go so that you can have a happy connection. All right. So the 10 of Pentacles is about being with your person, building a life with your person, right? Having a family, having money, building a home together, all these things, right? But you have to be able to be adventurous and take some risks when it does come to love. So I feel like either you or your person, because you have these attachment issues, I feel like because you have these attachment issues, it's not allowing you to proceed with love in the way that you should. Okay, and it's something that you need to work at and you need to master it. And you know, even if it's not just discouragement, there's still some issues. Okay, there's still some attachments within yourself or your counterpart has within themselves that still needs to be worked on. And I feel like whether it's you or whether it's them, I do feel like the hope in all of this is that either you or them understand that it is a burden to have this attachment that is not serving you and holding your connection back. I do feel like the hope in all of this is that you are understanding that it's a burden. And I feel like deep within you really are wanting to work at it. Okay? That's what the hope is understanding that it's a burden and that you are wanting to work at it so that you can be abundant in the connection and have that togetherness and building together, starting a life, having a family, the dogs, the grandmother, everything. This card has the dogs and the grandmother, and it's just having that. That's what the 10 of Pentacles is. It's just having it all in life. And so I feel like the risk is having the courage to let these things go that is burdening the connection and hindering the connection from having this 10 of Pentacles. All right, so if it's you, then you know what it is that you need to work on. Okay, and if it's not you and it's your counterpart, then what I have to say is, again, the hope here is that they understand it's burdening and they are working at it and they are trying to move towards this 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so look deep within your heart and you will find me, love. My love is for you and it's as deep as the ocean. So this isn't you and this is your counterpart, then your counterpart wants you to know that they do love you. They understand. They clearly understand because they're burdened by it and they are working at it. So they clearly understand that there are some attachments, and this could even be the thing that gets you discouraged. All right, so looking deep within, taking some risks, letting go of these attachments so that you can have this beautiful love. Okay, that you letting these burdens go, working very hard to be more adventurous, take the risk. Risk being that you're willing to let these attachments go, and you're willing to look deep within yourself, let these things go so that you can ultimately have this 10 of Pentacles. All right, so I think it's beautiful. I think the most important thing that's beautiful about this is that there are issues here, but it's the knowing that these issues are causing a burden, and it's having that willingness to let go. Okay, to work at it and let them go. All right, to ultimately bring you this 10 of Pentacles. All right, so I think that's absolutely beautiful. Again, that could be you that's hindering the connection, or it can be them. And either way, I'm just seeing that if it's you or them, you're understanding where the problem is and you're trying to work on it to get to that 10 of Pentacles. All right, so let's go ahead and start now with the clear quartz, and this will be pile number 2. Okay, so we have angel, and it says your angels are guiding and protecting you on your spiritual journey. Okay, then we have the Ace of Wands, we have the Lovers, and we have Death. We have synchronicity, Synchronicity is also about angel numbers. So this is definitely a pile where your angels and your guides are really involved in your connection. They're working hard at your connection to bring you guys together, okay? So spirit numbers, 777, 111, 1111, 555, etc. Okay, we do have blocked, we do have exhausted, and then we have imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. So already I'm seeing a really big issue in this connection where there are a lot of unwanted thoughts, whether it's you or whether it's, whether it's your counterpart. There's a lot of unwanted thoughts that is blocking, okay? It is blocking the opportunities in this connection, okay? So I feel like whoever it is that is blocking these unwanted thoughts is feeling exhausted with this connection, okay? But the good news is this, is that you have your angels that are really guiding you and protecting you. And they're trying to give you these signs and synchronicities that even though you're feeling exhausted, you're feeling, feeling like there's, a lot of blocks in your connection, that they're really helping to get through this connection. And what I'm seeing with the Death card and with the Ace of Wands here is this, where these things were blocked in your connection, because you have your angels and your guides really standing behind you in this connection, what's going to happen is eventually these things that are blocked and these unwanted things, these unwanted thoughts, because again, somebody is having a lot of unwanted thoughts here. Like they could be, number one, they could be disregarding the signs. Like maybe they know that this is a spiritual connection, because we have the Lovers here. This is your typical twin flame card, okay? So maybe you or your counterpart, it's like that, or you or them know that this is a spiritual connection, but for whatever reason you or them are denying it, okay? But you know it because you're seeing some signs, right? Or they're seeing some signs. But yeah, it's getting blocked, okay? These thoughts are blocking the truth, and the truth is that this is a spiritual connection. You two are meant to be together, okay? You are meant to be together, and your guides are really behind you, like I said. So what's going to end up happening is soon there's going to be some realizations here that will finally be put to an end, that will finally be put to a death, so that a new passionate beginning and these blocks, this is a card of blocks. This is the indication of the blocks no longer being there. It's whatever it is that is causing the hindrances and the blocks. This is a card that is saying that it's a chance for a new beginning, where it's open roads, rather than it being blocked, and rather than it being stuck, and rather than it, having these hindrances. This is a card of an open road, okay? New possibilities, new opportunities, with a lot of passion behind it, okay? So right now, if your counterpart does have you blocked, okay, or you have them blocked, know that, yeah, it may be causing you to be exhausted, or them exhausted, because obviously either you or them is, wanting access, to the connection. What I can tell you is that it's soon approaching. Okay, it's soon approaching. This this no access will come to an end, and once, because with death comes rebirth, right? So I feel like this is basically saying that the things that are causing this connection to be blocked, the things that are causing this connection to not move ahead, is closely approaching a death. And with this death comes the rebirth, the new opportunities, the open roads, okay? And ultimately, I am seeing a union, okay? Together, the lovers. And the reason why that this is happening is because, again, your advantage is that your angels and guides are really, really behind you. And because they're really behind you on this, that is what's going to ultimately bring you together, all right? So what I want to say is this. Number one, like this card says, you have to imagine all of these unwanted thoughts dissolving, okay? Imagine them dissolving and creating room for new opportunities, possibilities into your life, okay? And that's exactly what the Ace of Wands is. It's new opportunities and new possibilities. So, again, if you were blocked, if they have you blocked on all, social medias, or blocked you from the phone or things like that, be sure that they are getting signs and synchronicities from your angels and your guides, and that is ultimately what's going to lead them to unblocking you. So don't feel so exhausted, all right? You need to have faith, and you need to start really meditating and thinking in terms of, hey, my guides are behind us, and I can dissolve these issues, and I know that it will come to an end, and that a new open road is going to happen for unity in this connection. All right, so just understand that your angels are behind you, okay? And it's soon approaching. So just have that faith, all right? Have that faith that you two will be coming together, okay? Because again, you're lucky. You have your angels and guides that are behind you, helping you, all right? So let's go ahead and go to number 3 now. So we have the rose quartz, all right? So let's go ahead and take a look and see what this says. Okay, so the first card that we have here is the Phoenix, all right? And it says, be prepared to be renewed after a period of crisis. Wow. Because here's the crisis right here, the Seven of Swords. And what I like about this is that obviously your connection has been put through the ringer, okay? Because we do have some lying, we have some deception, we have some trickiness, okay, when it comes to this particular connection, all right? But here's the thing. We have the Hanged Man here. The Hanged Man is about sacrifice and changing your perspective, okay? So I feel like whoever it was that was lying and cheating and being dishonest, they are now rising like a phoenix from the ash, okay? They know that they have to be clear and truthful. They know that they have got to change their ways, and they have to start being truthful. And with that truth comes opportunity and new beginnings. But this opportunity and new beginnings has to do with truth, because there hasn't been a whole lot of truth here, okay? There's been deception. And this person who's not been truthful has to make some serious sacrifices, and they've got to change their perspective, and they've got to change their way. And so what's happening is that this person is doing exactly that. Okay, because again, they are now a phoenix rising through the ashes. Where they were not particularly the best of people, they are now changing their ways. They're learning how to be truthful. Okay, and like this says, be prepared to be renewed after a period of crisis. Okay, so what do we have? Wow. Wow. So we have contract. It says commitment, marriage, and eloping. So, wow, this is a big renew after crisis. This is a big renew after crisis, because we are talking about somebody who, they've had to make some serious changes in their life, okay? They've had to make some serious changes in their life from who they used to be, okay? We have time here, and it says waiting for the right timing. It does say impatience and antsy, but I really feel like this is, this is just all about timing. Okay, what's all about timing? Well, the contract and the desiring for the commitment in marriage and eloping. Okay, it's all about the right time. So I feel like this person who wasn't the best of people, who've done some things in the past that were, less than honorable and less than truthful. Again, they're making some sacrifices. They are changing their perspective, and they're learning how to be a truthful person. And they're wanting to have this new beginning and show you this new self, or again, if this is you, okay. And then we have fulfilled. So I'm not surprised to see that, especially with this contract here, satisfied, self-actualized, and at peace. So I feel like, again, this person has, realized what they've done in the past. They've really come into their truth and clarity, and they've had to make some serious sacrifices, and now they feel fulfilled within themselves. They feel, they know that they did some things in the past, okay, that were not good to you. But now they found some peace, okay? They've really worked hard to change their perspective, and they've made some sacrifices, some self-sacrifices, to become a better person, okay? To be more truthful and honorable. And also, this is a card of justice as well. They know that they have to present themselves as a more justified person, and I feel like because they've done this self-sacrifice and they've changed their perspective. You don't change your perspective without some type of healing, some self-healing. Okay, when you change your perspective, you understand that where you were stuck before. You realize that, you've got to make some sacrifices. And that means, that means healing. That means learning how to be a better person. Maybe some people went to therapy. Okay, I feel like this person who did these things, to get to this point and become, the phoenix rising from the ashes, they've had to have some help somewhere along the lines, okay? Because they couldn't have done this all by themselves. They've had some help, okay? They realize what they've done. They've had some help, and now they're feeling more at peace and fulfilled within themselves. And now they're just kind of waiting for the right time to present themselves to you, their new self, And I feel like when they do this, when they do present themselves to you, they're gonna, they're going to show you their desire for commitment and marriage, okay? But it's all about timing. So this card here says, criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So this here is for the person who's been hurt. And I feel like that's why this timing is crucial, because I feel like the one who was hurt, okay, the one who was hurt by this deception and lying and cheating and whatnot, I feel like that person still has some resentment. Obviously, they were hurt. So I feel like the reason why timing is crucial is because they know, this person knows that they've hurt the other person, right? And I feel like the one that was hurt does tend to still kind of throw it in their face a bit, criticize them a bit about it. And what this card is saying is that you can't do that, okay? You can't do that. You know, because criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. And if you want to mend this, and you want to rise like a phoenix from the ashes, and you want marriage and love, yes, this person, they did some things, but people can change. And it looks like they have. So criticizing them is not, you know, throwing it in their face what they've done in the past. It's not the way to lead to happiness, okay? So it's saying love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So what I'm seeing with this connection is this. You guys really, really do have the chance for your connection to really, really transform magically, that will lead to commitment and love and marriage and all these beautiful things, okay? Because you've been through the crisis, right? You've been through the crisis. But it's going to take both sides to forgive, and it's going to take both sides to sacrifice and have this truth understanding and this new beginning in order for both of you to be fulfilled and have this this happily ever after. But it's going to take both of you to do it. There's going to have to be some forgiveness for the crisis. There's going to have to be some forgiveness to that. So I want to tell you that one of the reasons why I'm in union is because I forgave my divine masculine for all the things that he done. He did a lot of things to hurt me, but I forgave him. And now, let me tell you something. Me and him are together. We're happy. And you know what? I don't go looking on his phone. I don't throw the past in his face. And you know what? I know where he's at all the time. I know what he's doing all the time. I don't even feel the urge to be snooping around and wondering if he's doing something behind my back, even though he did leave me for, a karmic. I just don't feel the need to do that. And because of that, me and him are able to be happy, together. Again, we're married happily together. But it took some sacrifice on both parts. He had to let go of his issues, and I had to forgive him. And we had to let the past be the past. And we had to let these opportunities, we had to have justice, present itself and have this new beginning. And that's where we are. And what I'm seeing is that this can happen for you too. Okay? So, you have to forgive. You have to be open to letting this person show you their new self. Okay? Because they've gotten some help somewhere. All right. So anyways, that is what I have for you guys. I'm reading these on the spot, so don't judge me too hard. Don't judge me too hard. I read them on the spot. You saw me draw the cards. So, but I did read them the best that I could, and I really hope that whatever pile you chose, I really hope that it resonates for you. And I'm wishing you all the very, very best. And just like I'm in union, I'm wishing unions for all of you. But it's all about love. It's all about forgiving. And it's definitely about knowing that your guides are behind you, and what your guides want for you, trust me, they're working overtime to make these unions happen. So believe in your guides as well. All right. So I love you all. We'll see you again on the next one. Bye bye.